So fantastic to have you all, and very good evening to everyone. Okay, so this was, and for myself, this is an application of learning of 2 years. So what I'm trying to do is whatever I've learned in the past 2 years and whatever I felt, which is extremely important for shooters to fast track their shooting. One. So basically, shortcut. Today, what I'm giving you is shortcut to success. Okay. So, and very importantly, I want to cover what are the mistakes that students are doing over a period of time, same consistent mistakes, and they are unable to progress to the next level. Okay. That means if you're shooting at a certain level, to go to the next level. So if you're trained for 1 full year, if you have practiced for 1 full year, then definitely you have to be better than what you were. Understand? You should be definitely be better than what you were 1 year back, which is very, very crucial. But what happens is, time and again, we see this in competitions that 1 year's worth of practice doesn't result in very good performance or an unsatisfactory performance. So this was something that was always, affecting. So that's the reason I started with this point, and I have split it into 3 parts. Okay. One is the physical game, second is the mental game, and third is the memory game. Okay, 3 parts. Entire shooting is split into 3 parts. One is your physical game, second is your mental game, third is your memory game. Any one of these fails, you will definitely fail in competition. So you don't have an option but to follow all these things. So there is some conditions before I start. Before I give you shortcuts, terms and conditions will apply. Okay. So what are the terms and conditions that is going to apply here is you have to track your shooting every single session. You have to make notes in terms of what you are learning. Okay. Every day you go to school, every day you go to college, every day you go to work, you have track of what you have done, isn't it? If you go into office, even people who are here, who are working. So basically, for each one of us, we have a track of what we have done on a daily basis. And when it comes to shooting, it is extremely important that you track down what exactly you have learned in that particular day. Okay. And one more warning, clear warning, is that what a lot of people do, because this is a monotonous effort. Okay, you are continuously putting effort into shooting. Every day you're coming, every day you're shooting. You forget to write notes and forget to remember what you have learned. So this is absolutely crucial for adults, okay, more than kids, because kids, they are getting physical practice. Okay, their physical game is getting better and better on daily basis. They are gaining strength and they are becoming very, very comfortable. Whereas when you, for adults, that is not the case. The physical strength required, the basic physical strength required is already there. But what is failing is you are able to remember what exactly you have learned, and you're unable to track that in a very systematic manner. So that means the first and primary physical effort required is to write down notes. Okay. At the end of this session, I will share a format in which you can work on individual techniques. Okay. And how to write down notes also I'll be giving you at the end of the session. Or I'll send a PDF to everybody. We'll mail it across. So you can print it out and you can work however you want. But so this is the background and the how the session will go ahead. So to start the session, I will tell you what you have to figure out first. The first part is understand why you want to shoot. This is very crucial. What is your ultimate objective? You want to become a world champion, you want to win an Olympic medal. But why do you want to do it? That is very crucial. Okay. Even if it's for a wrong reason, it doesn't matter. Okay. I know people, I come across people who thought, my, uncle told me, something about that, I'm useless person. Okay. and I know I had to prove myself to him, so I studied better and I got a degree. Doesn't matter, even if it's for a wrong reason, even if you are trying to prove somebody wrong, but you have a genuine reason with you to work with. Okay, you have to find your reason. So what could be a genuine reason? If you can think of genuine reasons also, right? I want to see the human potential of achieving something really great. Okay, how many people have won Olympic medals in Earth? How many people are there on Earth, and how many people have won an Olympic medal? It's such a small percentage. If that drives you, that can be your motivation. Okay, so you have to remember that why. If you have a very strong why you are doing it, you will figure out how to do it. Clear? This is very, very crucial. Remember this point. This is across. For kids it's okay. For adults, this is the most important aspect as to why are you even trying to shoot. You figure out that part first. Okay, why are you shooting? What do you want to achieve out of it? That objective has to be clear, and you have to stay true to it throughout your career. Okay, if it's professional shooting, or it's hobby shooting, or it is a skill you're trying to learn a skill, whatever it is, the first and foremost thing is to discover why you're trying to do this. Okay, if you have a very good why, trust me, you don't need to figure out, you don't need anybody to tell how to achieve it. You'll figure it out yourself. This is a guaranteed method. Okay, if there is a strong why, I can give an example of Tenzing Norgay. How many people know him? Heard of him? Imroz, who is he? Anybody can answer.
First person to climb Mount Everest.
Yep.
Along with Edmund Hillary.
So what was his reason? Anybody knows what was his reason to climb the Mount Everest?
He was assisting Edmund Hillary, I think.
No, he was the helper, porter.
Yes. So before that, he was driven by a thought that everybody is telling not to go there. Okay, everybody is telling them not to go there. So I want to see what is there. Understand? So it was very clear in him that when everybody is telling not to do, I want to figure out, I want to see what is there. Okay, it's just that curiosity pushed him beyond human possibilities. Nobody thought that could happen, and he did it. So that strong why, that desire has to be there. Okay, that desire is extremely important. So once you have that desire, you will figure out a way, with oxygen, without oxygen, any problem, you will be able to solve it. That's very, very simple. You will figure out a way. Every time you fall, you will get up, because you know why you want it. If you don't know why you want it, you will never figure out how. You'll always lose your way. Every time you fall, you lose your way. Okay, so this is the most crucial element. You have to remember why you want to shoot. This has to be written down, okay, in a diary, and every single day you have to read this. Why do you want
So
to
what's the man's name who
What is the-
climbed the mountain? Man's name who climbed the mountain? Just now you referred
Edmund
na
Hillary and
the-
Tenzin Norgay.
Okay.
They went together the first time. Okay, so yeah, so the point is, you have to have the desire that nobody else has done it, I am doing it, or somebody else has done it, I am inspired by it, so I will also do it. Okay, so these are the crucial elements. So you have to figure out why you want to achieve it. Maybe somebody wants to do it because of their parents. I want to do this for my parents, and I want to do it for myself. For what reason? You just figure out that part, that small part, as to why you want it desperately. That is enough to drive you to achieve. How you'll achieve it is, I can guarantee you that as long as you have a why, you will figure out how to do it, without help, without coach, without any kind of support. You will figure out a way to achieve it. This is guaranteed. Okay, so coming to the most crucial element now, once you have that why do you want to shoot, now comes the very crucial element in terms of getting your physical body ready for shooting. Okay, so adults, extremely crucial. you have to get in some form of exercise into your body. It is extraordinarily crucial because your body will lose its ability over a period of time. Your body will lose ability over a period of time, and it will have a lot of issues which you cannot solve at a later stage. So fix the body, fix the exercise routine, and stick to it. As basic as 10 to 15 minutes of exercise is sufficient at the bare minimum. Okay, at the bare minimum, 10 to 15 minutes of some form of physical exercise is necessary. Okay, so post that. Okay, first is the body, preparing your body for the requirement of shooting. Second is preparing your body for the actual process of shooting. Okay, so you understand what are the things you need. You need strong shoulders, hip, legs, everything basically. Okay, but the particular posture that is required for shooting, this is extremely crucial that you train your body to adapt to the requirement of your sport. Whether it's pistol, whether it's rifle, you have to ensure that the posture of your body is absolutely perfect. Clear? So that means how many ever days it takes, fix that posture correctly. Try and get that posture right. As long as the posture is not fine, your body stability will be suffering on a constant basis. Clear? So for this, you can take help of your coaches. For this, you can take, you can self-evaluate, which is very easy in terms of how much stability I'm able to derive, how much I know consistently I'm able to hold in this particular position. Clear? So that means you have to constantly evaluate yourself and ensure by the end of evaluation, you say, yes, I've achieved it. I don't need more stability than this. I don't need a better body position than this. So it is extremely crucial that you need to achieve this particular aspect. Once you've done that, now comes your individual aspects of shooting. Whether it's from starting with posture, then you go with how you hold the gun against your body. Okay, rifle, or in what line of your body you're holding your pistol. So get that particular posture right, and then start with your technique of drop, hold, and center hold, top alignment, or every single thing, triggering, balancing, follow through, and you need to continuously work on these individual techniques. While working on these individual techniques, something very crucial comes in. Let's say you work on one particular technique. Okay, while doing that, your mental game should not affect it. Your ability to focus only on that particular aspect becomes very, 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 very crucial. How much you can focus only on one thing and not let too many things disturb you. This is where your, the most crucial element of shooting comes into play. Your ability to remember to focus on only one thing the entire session. If I'm looking at my drop, can I focus only on my drop that entire session without getting distracted? Can I try to focus so much on it that I can perfect it? After 1 week, can you tell me that, sir, my drop is absolutely perfect. I don't need any better drop than this. I can shoot all 10s with this kind of a drop. Understand what I'm telling? So you have to achieve that mastery or command over that particular technique, which is extremely crucial. If you don't do that, if you move on to some other technique without mastering one particular technique, then it will come back to bite you. Okay, your brain will not tell you that you know this particularly well. So that means if you know one particular technique to absolute perfection, then you try that in your shooting practice. Okay, 10 times you practiced that particular technique. Now take it to a match. Apply that in a match. Match 1, could you get it 100% right? No. Match 2, try again. Match 3, try again. Match 4, try again. If you're unable to fix, between 2 matches, you have practice time. So again, go back to your practice, fix that technique, apply it in match. For this, I have created a format which I will share with all of you as to how you can track your individual technique. Okay. So what you're doing right now is ensuring that you have a fixed timeline for a particular technique to master it. once you master a particular technique, you have to sign it. Okay, tell yourself physically, you have to sign and tell, I know this particular technique to absolute perfection. I don't need more training on this particular aspect. I only need to practice. I need to apply this consistently. That's it. Once you sign off, then there is no question of anybody coming and teaching you how to do the technique again. Clear? You should be able to apply to such an extent that even in match, you are able to get that application perfectly relating to that technique. Something else can fail, but that cannot fail because you already master of it. Okay, I've given you time and again example. It might, for adults, it might sound very silly, but anybody here who doesn't know the order of ABCD? Why do you know it so perfectly? Can anybody help me again? Why do you know it
Because
so
we've
perfectly?
practiced it multiple times during childhood.
How many times have you practiced ABCD in your life?
20, 30.
And
20, 30, that's all.
In fact, we even use it now regularly in our lives while
Exactly.
writing, speaking.
Now, can I
That's
call
it.
you a master of ABCD alphabets? Can I give you a doctorate
Yeah.
PhD in ABCD? 100%.
Yeah.
I can, in between, I can ask you to tell me what is letter prior to that and what is the letter after that, isn't it? Why is it possible?
Yeah.
It is because you drilled down that and there is absolutely no doubt in your brain. There is absolutely no doubt relating to that particular thing. So if that is a technique of remembering A to Z, if we call that a technique, you have mastered it already. You're able to understand? So now apply that
Yes,
to
sir.
shooting and see. A particular technique, you have to get the guns in a straight line. This is absolutely mandatory for rifle and pistol. The gun has to come in a straight line. Okay? That straight line, you can practice it 1,000 times or million times, until the day you can sign and tell clearly, this is never going to go out of the way for me. The gun is always going to drop straight, no matter what. Whether I'm feeling sick, whether I'm feeling happy, whether I'm in practice, whether I'm in competition, my hand will come straight only. My hand will never, dance. Or my gun will never dance. My front side will never dance. Or front side will not come from diagonal. Front side will not come from bottom up, left and right. Understood? So that means you should be able to sign off telling that this is done. I'm not going to bother about it ever again. Anytime you ask me, I'm going to answer this for you. Clear? So that means that particular technique has to be mastered. Clear? And then you apply this, divide your techniques and fit it within 6 months. Okay, next 6 months, what you're supposed to do is finish all the techniques relating to shooting. Every bit of it. And what is the success rate we are looking at? We're not looking, when we're telling mastering, okay, when we're telling you have to master a particular technique, it is only 90% of ability. Even if you get it 90% of the time correctly, out of 100 attempts, if you're getting 90 times, if you're able to do it correctly, that means you're fantastic. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Absolute mastery
Yes, sir.
also is 90% only. It's not 100%. 100% you will become God. How many people want to become God? Keep practicing. You will become one day. I'll guarantee you that. Okay. So this is extremely crucial. So that means this brings us to a very even more important point as to if you are trying to work on a particular technique, correct? You already know what technique you are going to work on today, isn't it? When you come to range, you should already know what technique you're working on. So that puts reliance on you. That means you have to prepare for today, yesterday. If somebody is coming to range on Tuesday, Monday you should be ready with what you're supposed to do. Understood? For kids, it's okay. You're still practicing a certain level of physical efficiency to bring in the physical efficiency. But if you think you can work on this level, please work on this level. But for adults, you have absolutely no excuse. Don't fool yourselves. Don't tell lies to yourself that I'm writing notes. I'm trying this. I'm trying that. Nothing is going to work for you. Nobody can save you if you're going to lie into, lie through your teeth about these things. Okay. So plan your shooting. Before you come to the range, be ready with what you're supposed to do. You already know it. Please don't come to the range and try something and tell, oh, my shooting didn't go well. Okay, leave your emotions out of shooting, work very logically, master the particular technique. Okay, and it's very crucial for adults. I am telling this, I've been telling this for a long time. Again, I'm repeating, don't fall into that monotonous trap of keep trying, I'll keep trying. It doesn't work like that. See what technique you're faltering time and again. That technique, master it. And how do you master it? It's quite simple. Okay. See that particular mistake, keep it in mind. You figure out that mistake. Once you understand that mistake, there is a particular solution for it. Okay. If there is a problem, there is a solution. You figure out the solution or you ask the coach, they will tell you the solution. Now, apply that solution in 10 shots. See how many times you are able to do that shot without that problem occurring. If it's happening 5 times out of 10 shots, so that means you have 50% success rate. Now work on reducing that errors. Try to make it 6, try to make it 7, try to make it 8, try to make it 9. If you hit 9 out of 10 times without that problem, that means you have achieved success. Clear? And one shot, that one error shot, which is going to remain, you have to trust your body and instinct to cancel that shot at the highest level. Okay, initially you might commit that mistake, but once you are trying to reach the peak of your performance, you should trust your instincts and you should be able to cancel that shot. So that means that is perfection. You're already perfect there. Clear? And next point, even more crucial, is please apply whatever you have learned. Please don't forget, don't keep it in your house, safe locker. Okay, whatever you practiced and whatever you have mastered, if you have mastered your body position, please don't change it. Come what may, you have to be confident that with this body position, I can shoot 600 out of 600. I don't need better body position than this. Clear? So these are the physical aspects. In physical aspect, again, I'm repeating, master the technique within 6 months. Okay, now we are in Jan. By June, there should not be a single technique in your game. There should not be a single technique in your game that you don't understand. Understand? So what shooters can do? How can you simplify? Okay, this is the master classes master tip. Okay, that keep it as simple as possible. However simplify, whatever level of simplicity you can take your shooting to, take it to that simplicity. Clear? If I were to tell pistol shooters, your only job is to look at the sights, keep them in level. Okay, not to the left, not to the right, not to the bottom, not to the top. Keep it level. Bring it to the holding area. Squeeze trigger without breaking the wrist. If you can keep it to that simplicity, you don't have to understand how much air pressure is there in your gun, why will air pressure affect the gun, how the gun operates, how much light impacts you, what kind of blinder you should use, none of this, and grip alteration, how much grip should I alter, what alteration on the grip is required, none of this you need to bother about. Keep it to that level of simplicity. Okay, it is like, guys, in my in my childhood, we had a lot of friends who could do a perfect wheelie in their bikes. Back then I had no clue how to do a wheelie. Now I go and ask him, how do you do this? He said, leave the clutch, give accelerator, it will go. He doesn't understand anything to explain it. He has no clue. He has no way of explaining it. He doesn't understand it, but he's able to apply it. That's all is required, boss. That's all is required. You don't have to understand anything. You know how to apply. That's enough. Clear? You need not know answers to every question in the book. What matters? I see the sight, I shoot. I am getting 580. Tata, bye bye. That's all you need. Okay? If you can keep it to that level of simplicity, you will be an absolute rock star in shooting. Okay, I can guarantee you this. And 6 months, just do that. Absolutely no doubts in your head. Just figure out that much. Keep it to as simple as possible. You don't have to understand anything in the world. Okay, even Abhinav Bindra said, I hardly understand anything in the world, but I know how to shoot. That's all was needed. Okay, so repeating in physical, master the techniques. Okay, whatever is involved in that tiny space of 30 seconds to take a perfect shot, master that. It should be in your absolute control. Okay, and all of this you have to finish in the next 6 months. So your deadline is June. Okay, because July season, you start your competitions. Remember, July season is your competitions. So that means you have to master the technique. You should apply it in practice. You should play practice matches and succeed in those practice matches, interclub matches, whatever opportunity you get, apply the technique and see whether you have mastered it and you're able to apply that in different levels of matches. Once you're able to achieve that, nobody can stop you from success. I can guarantee you this. So one technique, practice, 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 apply in a match. If you're getting it right, again apply in a match. 3 matches consecutively, if you can execute the technique to perfection, that means you don't need to worry about it again. Even in your sleep, if somebody wakes you up and asks you ABCD, ABCD will come. Even when you're sleeping, somebody shakes you up and puts a gun in your hand, you'll still execute that particular technique to perfection. Okay, so this plus apply, consistently apply the learning. Just because 2 shots you shot wrong or 3 shots you took wrong shots, don't start changing that position again. You already have mastered that position. Why do you want to change it again? You already have understood everything about it. Why do you doubt it again? There should not be any doubt. Okay, clear? And next 6 months is all about application. First 6 months is mastering your technique, absolute mastery. You should be able to command that. If I were to tell, how many of you are watch motocross or how many of you watch bike races? You've seen people leaning the bike. They'll be always, the shoulder will be touching the floor. The knees will be scraping the road. Okay, the corners. How is he able to do that? How are those guys able to do it? They've mastered that art of leaning the bike so that they can move out of that corner at the maximum speed. That means they've already mastered it. They don't doubt. When they go into the competition, they're leaning the bike. Now they'll not think, oh, this is too much lean, this is too less lean. They'll not bother about it. So when you are in competition, you should not think, my hand is moving, my body is shaking. That is not the place to think all these things. It is just the place to go and shoot. Competition is a place to shoot and not to think. Okay, so now from the physical part, let's come to the memory part. Clear? In this memory game, I feel all the mental aspects is the base of your mental aspects is your memory. Okay, can you call any person intelligent without a good memory? A person without good memory, can he be really intelligent? He might be able to solve certain things, he might be able to tell certain things, but without a very sharp memory, okay, you cannot become an intelligent person. Okay, the base of intelligence is memory. Clear? You are able to do 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. If 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, if you tell 2 is the answer and somebody tells, wow, you are intelligent, that means you have a memory that 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. What is 1? What is 1? You know, and what is addition? You know. That means that basics is in the head and you are able to apply that. Clear? So that means it's basically the foundation of your intelligence and understanding of the world is memory. Now, how do you utilize your memory in shooting? This is the most crucial element even before the mental game. Okay. First and foremost is this technique. Apply this technique. Tell yourself, shut the door. Okay. Shut the door. What does it mean? While you're practicing a particular technique, let us take an example of a pistol shooter who's trying to drop the gun in straight line. Clear? Or a rifle shooter who's trying to drop the gun in straight line. So that means that absolute body coordination is required to bring the gun in straight line. And here also absolute, head position, arm position, body position, shoulder, wrist, everything has to coordinate to bring the gun down. Note out in this, while practicing this, you will get 101 thoughts in your head. You will be absolutely distracted. All thoughts of unnecessary thoughts will come into your head when you're practicing these things. If you're able to shut the door and tell, I am only going to focus on this till I become a master. Okay, I have to become a master. Till that, I have to keep telling myself that memory will fail. 2 shots you will try. 3rd shot you'll start thinking and you'll forget what you're doing. Or 4 shots you will do very well. 5th shot you'll forget because something else happened. 1 shot you slipped. Next shot, what you're supposed to do? Your memory has to tell. 1 plus 1 is 2. Some point of time, you're continuously writing different answers, and suddenly 1 plus 1 it looked like multiplication. You said 1 only instead of 2. Just because you did 1 plus 1 is equal to 1, once you did a mistake, does it mean you keep repeating that mistake? So it means your memory has to tell that no, that was wrong. It's okay, leave it. I don't care. Now I have to come back to this. Now 1 plus 1 is again 2 only. Just because once you wrote wrong answer, you cannot keep writing wrong answers. So that means in match or in practice, if you do one mistake, don't be cribbing about that mistake, or don't think too much about that mistake. It's a mistake, just leave it there. Shut the door and get back to practice. Focus on only one thing. Your ability to focus on only one aspect. Only one aspect is what is going to take you to the pinnacle of shooting. Here it will take you to the topmost level of shooting only if your ability to remember that you have to focus on one thing. Time and again, and this is where your memory becomes sharper. The more you practice, the better you become. The more times you tell yourself, focus on one thing, focus on one thing, focus on one thing, focus on one thing. Don't think anything else comes into your brain, again go back. Something else came, again go back. Suddenly one phone call came, put the phone down, go back. Suddenly your manager called, or at work you forgot to send a mail to your boss and he's waiting to scold you. At the back of your mind, somebody is ready to scold you. Okay, but still ignore that. Tell yourself, focus back on this particular work that I'm doing. That one aspect, just keep your focus on that and keep repeating. If your memory fails, I will guarantee it will fail you in match. Emotion will take over. First shot, you've gone fully prepared into a match. Okay, first shot, you did everything perfectly. You took a nice shot. It's a good 10. Okay, now your body relaxed. Okay, your brain is you immediately forgot to tell you that you have to continue to maintain the same posture and muscle tension. Second shot went to an 8. From here, time and again, I've seen shooters fail. Why? They don't close the door. They don't keep the door closed in the brain. Suddenly, one emotion will come flying inside. Ayyo, my shot is gone. My score is gone. When that thought occurs, you have to shut the door. Don't bother about it. Tell your memory, go back to what you're supposed to do. Understand? Every time you fail, every time something comes, if you open the door, you don't know, fear will come in, doubt will come in, emotions will come in, you feel like crying, you feel like leaving the match and going. Everything will happen. Every single thing will happen. Whatever you cannot imagine will happen. Okay? So please don't open the door of the doubt, door of fear. The door has to be shut. Your memory has to tell you, don't open the door. I have to do only this. Till I finish this, I'm not opening the door. Okay? So that means your brain has to focus on only one thing. Keep the door closed. While I finish this, I'm not thinking of anything else. And you have to practice that time and again. Time and again, time and again, time and again. Apply that in practice. You'll become a champion. Guaranteed. Clear? Next. As I said, focus on the objective. Okay. When you're working on technique, don't compare your scores. You're working on a particular technique, don't compare your scores. Please don't do that. Okay. Because the moment you tell, I want to hit a 10.8, you cannot focus on the score. Your high focus is on the sights. Your very high focus is on the sights. You don't even know how your body is behaving. Are you trying to teach your body or you're trying to hit 10.8? You be clear with that. Please don't confuse me. Don't please confuse your coach. Please don't confuse yourselves. If you're trying to hit 10.8, your focus has to be on sights. It can't be on how your body is behaving. If your body is behaving, you cannot have absolute focus on your sights. You might do some mistake. Please don't mix up these things. If you're working on your, trying to teach your body, don't look at scores. Feel the body only. Don't feel the scores. Be very clear with this. And now the most beautiful part. When you get to competition, please don't think of technique. Understand? You go to competition, you're practicing, focus only on what you're trying to do. Try to train your brain to focus only on that particular aspect. And also, you have to remember, shooters, this point I will tell, you write it down 2,000 times or 10,000 or 10 million times, you write it in your diary. Your eyeballs focus, if it is not on the sights, you will never become a good shooter. Forget the best. If your eyes are not on the sights and it's continuously flipping left, right, center, okay, 2 shots out of 10 or 3 shots out of 10 or 5 out of 10 times, you're not looking at your sights, but you're looking at target, you're looking at the gap, you're looking at everything else. You'll never become a good shooter, guaranteed. Want to become a top shooter? Train your eyes. Tell your brain to look through your eyes only at the sights, not the target, not the gripping. Clear? So nothing else you should see. You should be able to see only that frame, that top frame of the sights or this inner ring of your rifle. Nothing else. If you can't train your eye to stay stuck on it, again you will fail. Okay, so this is also your memory. This is your absolute memory to tell. The moment your eye goes off, tell boss, be back there. Come back there. If it doesn't come back, cancel the shot. Okay. So this is very crucial. And another part of your memory. You go to competition, first series, you practiced really well, your averages are decent, you're doing really well. First series, somehow your heart rate went high or something, you're unable to remember things. You're unable to tell your brain how to control your heart rate. You're unable to tell your brain how to breathe. You're unable to tell something happened and you shot a 102 series or 103 series in rifle. Whereas your ability is 105 plus, let us assume. I'll give a very good example that I saw in live this nationals. Okay. And what will happen? Suddenly your brain will tell all that shut the door I told, you'll forget to shut the door. You open the door, all kind of emotions will come in. Now suddenly you'll think, next series I have to shoot 107 to win, to maintain an average of 105. Please don't try to recover losses. Okay? Please don't try to recover losses. That means whatever has happened, series, let it go. Just let it go. Classic example for this is Dhanush Srikanth. Second series, he shot 103. His fourth series was 107. He didn't try to recover. I spoke to him at the national stall. Okay, he came to the Walther stall where I spoke to him. Of course, his speech is very different. You have to pick up his understanding, but that guy honestly puts an effort to make you understand whatever he's trying to tell. Okay, amazing, talented guy. Only doubt was for me when I spoke to him. I told, did you try to recover that loss, or what was your head when it said 103? I said, I don't think of it. He said he doesn't think of it. Next series is important. Next shot is important. That's all. I'm not bothered about what I have shot already. So this was a very beautiful lesson I learned there. So please remember, tell your memory to not bother about it. You have to time and again tell. If you don't keep telling, it will keep coming back. The door will open, all unnecessary thoughts will come inside your head. Clear? So don't challenge yourself to shoot a 107, 108 series. Please don't do that. Okay. Next, your ability to focus is tested in competitions. Remember, your ability to focus is tested, and your memory to remember to focus is also tested. Understood my point? First, your ability to focus, how long you can focus. Can you focus for 60 shots plus your cancellations plus sighters? Can you do that? That's the first point. Second is memory to remember time and again that you should focus on that aspect. So that means your memory has to be trained. If you can't train your memory, you will fail for sure. So that means train your physical self, be a master at it. Then tell yourself time and again to do it and keep repeating it. So that means you remember what you should do. Physically, what you should do, you already know. And your brain is time and again repeatedly telling you, do exactly this. Understood? Physically, you know how to do it. Now your brain is also telling what exactly you are supposed to do. That means you can't go wrong. Understood these aspects? Okay. If you can achieve these two aspects in the next 6 months, these are the only two aspects you need to achieve in the next 6 months, nothing else. Your mental game is in the next 6 months. So don't have to bother about the mental game from Jan to June. You will not have to bother about your mental game. Just fix these two things. Become a master physically and be absolute, sharp memory. Build an absolutely sharp memory to tell you time and again what you have to focus on. Your eye should not slip out of the sights. Your brain should not miss on the particular technique you're trying to work on. It should not think of anything else other than that particular technique. Okay. So you see, many people, what they'll do while shooting. Again, I'll give an example. Yeah, I'll give you this example before the other example. In nationals this time, I was watching one of my shooters shoot. Next to her, there was this girl shooting, and her series in the first, sighters, not a single shot below 106. Say 10.6. Sighters, not a single shot below 10.6. We were just stunned, watching that. Such a beautiful rhythm, very slow, very neat, very, composed. How delicately she's handling the rifle. Absolutely beautiful. Okay. First series 104.9. Second series 105.4. Third series, second shot 9.8. We could see frustration in her face. Okay. The gun came out fast. The loading became fast. After that series went to 102. That's it. She never recovered from that match. But last series, she shot 105. Okay. Her name is Skill in a different language. That's exactly what it, there is only one person in entire that final list. If you want to find it, you find it. That's the exact series I've given you. Okay. It means skill in a different language. So that's her name. Another shooter, on the contrary, I saw this, another very beautiful. She was shooting so beautifully. She's on track to hit 630. Absolutely on track. Not a single 9 throughout her series. There were 10.2 and 10.3, but not a single 9. Okay, in in the last series, 6th series, she shot a 9.7. Okay. She casually looked at her coach. She gave a very good smile, telling that, oh, I goofed up. Arey, maine galti kar diya. Okay? She just told that, she didn't speak it, but, you could clearly sense. She gave a very beautiful smile towards her coach, said, I missed it. And she went back and not a single shot below 10.5 after that. There was absolutely no frustration on that girl's face. Zero frustration on that girl's face. And last shot 10.8. And she finished 629.9. You understand the difference? If you become frustrated, you lose your track. You open the door. Suddenly you open the door, all kinds of emotions came, you lost the track. At the same time, you committed a mistake. Be happy about it. It's okay. 1 mistake, 2 mistakes, 3 mistakes, it's okay. Match is not gone. It's still in my control. I still know how to shoot. Memory is telling, focus on this. You understood? That's how champions are made. Clear? Now, come to your mental game. Okay, let's come to the mental game. That means after this, after mastering your techniques and after ability to remember that time and again your brain is telling focus on this, focus on this, focus on time and again your brain is telling your eyes focus on the sides, focus on the sides, focus on the sides. Nothing else is happening. You're able to, no matter the world is burning behind you. Okay, you're still happily focusing on your sides only. The person next to you fainted and fell down. You don't know what happened to him or her. Your eyes are focused only on the sides. Your ability to do that, you're a champ already. Okay, now comes the mental game, is to sustain that ability. Once you learn the ability to shoot well, how do you sustain that ability over the entire year? This becomes very crucial because lot of people touch the top score, 630, lot of people hit. 580, lot of people hit. Why are they unable to produce the same score time and again? It is because what we tell as trap of monotonous routine. Okay, see, shooting is monotonous. Na? Every day you come, every day you do the same thing. What different are you going to do about it? Once you achieve a particular level of efficiency, it is going to become monotonous. So now it is your responsibility to plan even better. So that means every day you have to give yourself a particular challenge to work, or you have to set a benchmark to achieve. You have to tell yourself, this is exactly what I want to do. I'll give an example from cricket. Okay, Sachin Tendulkar in a particular World Cup, okay, he was so good at it. I think it is 1999 World Cup. I'm not exactly sure. Okay, but this is a fact. You can check the old articles also. That entire World Cup, he didn't do full net practice. He used to go to the net, touch 1 or 2 balls, and go back to the dressing room and tell, this is enough practice for me. I'm in a good form. I'm in a good state. So he exactly knew what he wanted to do. Understood? So that means he didn't fall into that just because I have to do, I'm doing it. Don't do it just because you have to do it. Somebody told you how to practice, don't practice. You should know what exactly your frame of mind is. You should know exactly how to control that aspect. Clear? Don't fall into the monotony. Don't just shoot for the sake of shooting. Give yourself an objective. So don't fall into the trap of monotonous routine. Clear? Next, remember again, I'm repeating this, shut the door. Don't let any thoughts come inside your head. Your ability to focus on only one objective continuously after achieving good score, 580, 585 in pistol, 628 to 635 in rifle. Once you achieve that, your ability to shut the door is tested time and again. That is where you will fail. That is exactly where you will fail. Once you achieve 630, your brain is now open. And now all the thoughts, unnecessary thoughts will keep coming. So while shooting, your ability to keep the door shut and focus on only what you're supposed to do physically, and your memory continuously telling you what to do, that is what is tested time and again. If you can deliver there, you're a champ again. And your consistency will be flat. Absolutely beautiful. You're constantly right. 29, 32, 29, 34, 28, 32 kind of scores. That wavelength you will continuously able to maintain in pistol, let's say 580, 582, 578, 585, 579, 582. That band will remain. There will be deviation on day-to-day basis. Sometimes you might even score 590 plus. We've seen shooters do that time and again. 590 plus scores in practice. It will happen in matches also. Okay, so but that ability to shut the door of doubt, fear, anxiety, everything, just shut the door and focus only on the aspect of the sights, and keep it as simple as possible. That is all. Okay, so next comes a very crucial element again of energy management. Your own energy management. You should have something we call as calm energy. Okay, it should not be a desperate energy. What is calm energy? What is desperate energy? Calm energy is something that tells you, I'm working on this. Why are you worried? मैं इस पे काम कर रहा हूं अभी. Why should I bother about something else? Desperate energy is like, you're going to that exam. Oh, somebody will come and ask you, hey, have you studied this chapter? Have you studied that chapter? That, somebody told that is important. Have you studied that? That is desperate energy. Calm energy is whatever I've studied, I'll go and write that much. Whatever I know, I'm going to write that much. That is calm energy. So calm energy is reassuring yourself that I know this much. I'm practicing this. No, I'm not bothered about anything else. While I'm dropping the gun, I'm not bothered about holding. While dropping the gun, I'm not bothered about what kind of pellets I'm using. What is my grip angle? I'm not bothered about all these things. I am focused exclusively on the drop. Okay? That is calm energy. Desperate energy is putting thoughts in your head. So this is where your disturbance will happen. This is where your memory will fail. This is where your memory will forget to tell you that no, don't focus. Keep the door shut. Suddenly, you're shooting very well. Suddenly you'll think, which pellets to use next. I'm gone. Your focus is gone there from shooting or practice. So it means that a desperate energy should not come. You should be very calm. That calm energy is what is going to help you sustain your ability to shoot well and sustain your memory, sustain your physical abilities. Clear? Next, and something which I continuously issue shooters missing. Okay. And before that, I'll tell one more thing is lot of people are talented. Okay. Lot of talented shooters are there. In no time, they'll shoot 625. In no time, they'll shoot 560, 570 scores. Now comes the last finishing of stage. Okay. 0 to 90%, they're excellent. They're already there. Okay. Maybe 2 years, 3 years hard work came. That is also a bit of talent only. After 3 years of you're able to shoot 625, that is also some element of talent, some element of hard work. Now, how to go beyond that? This is the secret. If you're not going beyond your talent, beyond a certain level, that means you have stopped learning. You're not focusing on learning anymore. Somewhere you faltered in mastering a particular technique. If your score is not going past a certain level, that means something you've taken for granted. Please figure out. This is where your coaches will come in handy and they're able to help you with. So be very open to learn. Don't shut the door to what your coach is teaching you. You have to shut the door for other things, but not what coach is trying to teach you. Clear? Please don't shut the door for that. Then nobody can teach you. Nobody can take you past the 630 mark or 585 mark. Okay? So you have to go beyond your talent. If your talent is stuck somewhere, if you want to go past that, that means you need to put more hard work. You have to learn. So you have stopped learning something. Please don't stop learning. Something you're not changed. You're not willing to change the body position. You're not willing to change certain aspect of your game. You're not willing to relook where you're focusing. If you're not doing all these things, that means you're not learning. You stop learning. That means the score is never going to go past that. You're going to get limited there. Okay. And final point in your mental game. How many of you can absolutely sit calmly and watch others shoot? Very difficult. Okay. Your ability to watch somebody with an unbiased view. Okay. I see a lot of false hands raising. I will bet on it that you'll be incapable of doing it. I will take samples out of this. I've already taken screenshot now. I'll take samples out of this and make you sit behind and I will notice how you're watching. Mere se panga nahi lena. Simple. Okay. So your ability, if you are willing to do it now onwards, I'm very happy. Otherwise, watch World Cup matches, watch Olympic matches. See how shooter remains calm. There might be 200 things going in his head, but does it show that frustration on his face? Absolutely not, boss. There is no frustration on their faces. The champions have no frustration in their head. There is no frustration in the face because the frustration is not there inside. So remember, you have to watch them unbiased view and see how they're continuously remaining calm. Why can't you do that? Remain calm. If the score doesn't come also, remain calm. At least you're learning how to remain calm. Understand? But if you get frustrated, guaranteed, I told you, that girl's name, Skill. Remember? Okay? That girl lost it because she was frustrated. She got frustrated, loading rhythm went, mounting rhythm gone, everything started having a problem. Clear? So what you're supposed to do is watch shooters, how relative, how calm they are. When you're seeing shooting, don't look at the shot or anything. Look at their faces, look at their body language. Learn that, pick that up. You cannot copy paste anybody's body language, but maybe you can try, right? Maybe you can learn. If you can learn and apply it, fantastic. You will become champions. So first and foremost, physically master your shooting. Your memory has to support, time and again tell what to apply, where to focus. Your brain should constantly tell you every single attempt. Okay. Third, work on mental game. All these things, I will put it in a PDF and share it with all of you on the email. So please, okay, rework. If you've written down notes, please study that and work on these aspects exclusively. And this is how you reach your full potential in 1 year. Okay. So that means you have mastered the game, your memory is fantastic, and you're not scared. Your mental game is on the best. So that means you can give your best performance in the upcoming national championships or matches even before that. Clear? So these are the points that I wanted to share. And one more format of daily regular practice sessions and how to track. I'm going to send you that also a PDF file. And I'll open the house for queries, Q&A. If anybody has some doubts, you can ask right now, and I'll give another 10 minutes. And please go ahead and shoot out your questions. Anybody has any questions?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, good evening, sir. First of all,
Hi, good evening.
sir, how often should we do practice matches?
See, again, work on skill first. Work on skill and that particular technique. Work on that particular technique. Okay. And once you feel that, oh, this technique, I'm able to understand it really well, go and test it in matches. It can be weekly match. It can be once in 15 days. It can be a month. Whatever you have access to. You can
No, sir,
practice
I'm
for 4
talking
days.
about practice matches. I'm talking about practice matches that we do in the range itself.
That you can do weekly.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Absolutely weekly you can do. And while doing weekly, you have to remember that you're trying to achieve something.
Yes, sir.
Not score. Please
Okay.
don't compare your scores. If you're doing your weekly practice matches, it is based on your technique, how well you're able to apply your technique. Understood my point?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Thank
how well you're able to apply and how well your memory is telling you to focus. That is what you're testing in your weekly matches. That is not your national championship. Understand? So that means you're time and again testing whatever you learned. Are you able to repeat it? Learn, repeat, learn, repeat. So that means that becomes best, and you can be very confident that you'll be able to apply that in any matches. Even
Okay,
at national championship, you'll be able to apply it. So remember, while practicing at weekly matches, you're only testing your abilities, and time and again that you're testing your memory, you're testing your physical ability, you're testing your techniques.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Next, anybody? Any question?
Sir,
Yes. Yes, please.
so in the so for example, your gun is very stable. In the first, like when you're about to take a shot, your gun is very stable. But how do you stop the gun from? How do you stop moving at the last moment? Sometimes you'll think that your gun is very stable, but then at the last moment you
This is in
just move.
practice or this is in match?
Yeah,
Where? Are you asking in a match situation or are you asking in a practice situation?
match situation.
Exactly the trap question for you, and that is exactly where I wanted you to fall. Okay? That means, what are you doing in your practice? You have to fix that in your practice even before going into match. Why are you entering match if that problem exists? It's like, it is better going to shooting competition without your gun rather than going, you don't know how to, hold the gun stable while you're triggering it. So that means you're not practicing well. Understood? So that means you have to fix that in practice. First fix it in practice, then we'll apply it in weekly matches, and then we'll apply that in competition. Clear?
Okay.
So that means your effort when you come into shooting range, your effort should be absolutely to fix that problem. What are you doing to fix the problem? Clear? So
Yes.
spend a week, 10 days, 15 days, whatever it takes. Fix the problem permanently and then tell, my gun will never shake. Even if I take a hammer and hit the trigger, my gun will not shake. You should be that confident. Clear?
Okay. Sir. Yes, sir.
Any other doubts? Good doubt, Lakshya.
How to achieve that type of calmness while shooting?
How to achieve calmness while shooting. So the best and easiest way is practice. Every day while practice, try to remain calm. Every day practicing, tell yourself, I have to remain calm, I have to remain calm, I have to remain calm. Tell yourself time and again, your memory again. Train your memory, subconscious mind to tell yourself to remain calm. So that means the moment your calmness is disturbed, you should know that it's disturbed and you should go back to that. You should be able to again go back to calmness. Understood? So try. Keep trying it and do it in practice. Don't test it in match. Please don't test these things in match. I will go and test myself to remain calm in match. You can't do it. So practice it. So I think Bhavna has a question here. Okay, we have two questions. Let's see. Somehow, while shooting, the door is open and emotions flow in. How to overcome? Practice. So that means I told you, while practicing, you're holding your pistol and you're shooting. Suddenly, a thought came that, oh, something happened in school, something happened in office, something happened at home. I left the gas stove on. I left my geyser switch on. Something comes in your head. Come back. Tell your memory. You should remember to tell. Forget that. I will go home even if the gas is completely. I'm out of gas or my geyser is not working anymore. I don't care. Now I am here. I'm going to only focus on this. Or pack your gun. Go home. Fix that problem first. If that problem is bigger. Clear? So that means please keep the door shut. The moment the door opens, your memory should tell again shut it. Before more doubts came. One doubt came. You opened the door. One doubt came in. Okay, immediately shut the door, then deal with that problem. Don't keep the door open longer. Okay, next, how to maintain gap between sight and bullseye by not seeing the gap. Practice. Your brain should tell your eyes. The moment you lift the gun and bring the gun down, every time what happens is when you go past the black, that is when your eyes stay stuck on the black or it goes into the gap. At that point of time, you should tell yourself that eyes, look at the sights. Okay, your brain should tell your eyes, look at the sights, look at the sights. That's how you improve your memory and ensure your eyes are stuck on the sights or eyes are stuck on the insert ring. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. Anybody else? Any doubts? Again, I'm telling, see how much it is related to your memory. All these questions are relating to memory only.
Yes, sir.
Fantastic.
Sir, hi. This is Saurabh here.
Hi, sir.
Thank you for this great session. But a quick question.
Please.
What is the kind? I mean, typically, what sessions we are having is about 1.5 hours, and with the holding maybe max, which is about 1 hour 45 minutes or maybe 2 hours in a day.
Correct.
Do you think typically this is a sufficient amount of training every day, or moving forward you suggest more sessions than just one per day?
I'll give you two examples. One is a national champion who has a gold medal in senior shooting, who didn't even practice 100 sessions in the entire year.
Oh, okay.
He didn't even hold the gun 100 times. If you don't believe, I can make you meet him up close personally.
All right. So
the point is how well and how soon you're able to master the technique. Few people take it very slow. Few people, the body is not coping up. So that means they have to put longer hours of getting it. So you will be the judge of it, and you can discuss this with the coach in terms of, again, I need more practice on this particular aspect. So that as soon as you understand that you need the extra hours in this particular practice, if you can focus on that particular aspect and tell oh, this is the problem area, and let me solve this problem area. Whether it takes 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month, fix the problem.
Sure. Thank you, sir. I think that helps. And
Thank you.
yeah, sure. Thank you.
So, hello.
Yes.
So do you have any specific recommendations for a good shooting range in Jaipur? Actually,
Jaipur has multiple. So
no,
just ping
I'm
me.
from Jaipur only. If you want, I can help you with that.
Yeah. Pranav is there, so you can ping me. I'll connect you with Pranav.
Yes, sir.
all right. Thank you, sir.
Fantastic.
So actually, I went to a range sometime in August, September.
Okay.
Initial few days were good, but then with time, in 5 to 10 days, I got to know with a few students. I got to interact with a few students, and I got to know ki half of the times the coach there is a single coach first of all, and then the coach is not available at most times. Apart from that, the range only has. I'm not complaining, but I'm
I
just
know, I
telling you
understand.
the things with. There's only one pistol, and after that, the charge was 20,000 for 3 months. So I was not sure whether I'll invest. Matlab,
You can talk to Pranav and ping me separately. We'll fix that problem.
thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
And Murli sir has a nice point here. Like project management, regular process review is very critical. Else things will be off the track and takes huge effort to correct. In shooting, my experience is that it takes more effort and time to replace bad memory built over a period of time. So check progress with the coach regularly. Fantastic, sir. Thank you for summarizing. And again, remember, any other doubts? 1 more minute. Last doubt I will take in if anybody has. I think Shaktivel had a doubt. I'm not sure if he is muted and how to unmute him. If somebody is tracking, boys. Kushal, if you're tracking, can you unmute Shaktivel? He has a doubt, or you can type it, Shaktivel. Fine, I'll connect with Shaktivel again. Shaktivel, you can contact us on the office number. We are more than happy to help you at any given point of time. Again, everybody, at any given point of time, you have doubts or anything, please get back to me, and our team of experts are here. People, and most of the guys here are, most of the kids and adults here are my students directly. So, okay. Nikita is asking, how many hours of practice would you recommend during on and off season tournament? Again, that is subjective. Very clearly. The more understanding you have, less practice will do. The less understanding you have, more practice will be required. Clear? It is only to build that ability. So that means in practice, in the off season, work very hard in the off season. Off season, work really hard to gain the perfect memory, gain the perfect physique, gain the perfect physical abilities, mastery over the technique. Okay, so do that. So you will never have a problem in the competition season. Okay, in competition season, you need not train so hard. And Shaktivel has mentioned, sir, you have mentioned in match, please don't focus on techniques. Can you brief, please? Okay, if anybody has doubt, listen again. If you go in match and you're shooting, okay, let's say take an example of a pistol shooter. Pistol shooter brings the gun down and suddenly you start feeling the grip. Somehow the grip feels loose. Pata nahi mera haath mein trigger nahi pahunch raha hai. I'm unable to reach my trigger. I'm unable to focus on sights. These are the things that should not come into your head. Your memory should tell, look at the sight, squeeze trigger. And most of the times you'll go into match and tell, sir, I'm pulling, but the trigger is not going off. It is only 500 grams. It will go off even in your sleep. Even if it is 1 kg, okay? Look at this, 500 grams, wait. Look at that? 1. Understand? It is very easy. It is, pulling 1 kg also is not difficult. 2 kgs, you can 2.5 kg triggers. In the INSAS rifles and other places, you can still aram se pull without hesitation. So don't bother about it. So remember, keep it simple. Okay, so Imroz has said, is calm energy related to having simplicity in the technique? Absolutely yes. On the dot. The more simple you can make your shooting, okay, the more calmer you can be, because too many things are not in your head, na. When is your brain unsettled? When there are too many thoughts, correct? Same time, multiple thoughts in your head, you will have problem. So calm energy means not having too many thoughts. Understand? Fantastic. And absolutely right, Imroz. Pawan has asked, how much does character of a shooter impact his or her performance? Is it directly related to outcome in matches? I don't think so. Character should be, whatever you are outside, it should not impact you on the inside the game. Okay. So if your ability to focus is really good, correct? I'll give an example. Okay, movies are all based on real life only. Okay, though it is cinematic and other things. Have you seen villains have super capacities? That is because they are specialists at that. Specialists at inflicting pain on people. Okay, so that means he is very good at that. His character is bad, but he is very good at what he does. So that means whatever your character, you can become excellent in shooting. So ignore that character. Your ability to ignore that part and focus while shooting, focus on what exactly is required, will make you a special shooter. So partly yes, character does affect, where in terms of, you have a character of loose talk or dealing with too many thoughts simultaneously. Obviously that will keep coming back to you and your memory will fail. So if you can keep sharpen your memory to tell, let that not affect me while shooting. Keep the door shut. Again, remember, door shut. So for that, even that character doesn't affect you. So you can actually even, you can control that character from affecting your game. Okay. Ravi Teja, sir, what do you do if shooting calms you down, but you need to be calm in competition? Practice calmness. Practice calmness in practice. Practice calmness in matches. If you fail, practice again. So you have to figure out, see, this calmness is something that I cannot train you. It is very individualistic. You don't know when you become unsettled. What are the thoughts that make you unsettled is something that I don't understand. Even as a coach, I will not be able to understand. It is you that you are experiencing it. And if you honestly tell me, sir, something is coming in my mind, if you can share that with me, I will be able to, maybe I might give an idea, but it is again up to you how to control it. Okay. Sahana has asked, sir, what to do if during match you leave the door open? Remember to shut it again. 4 doubts came. 4 doubts will come. The moment you open door, 1 doubt came, 2 doubts came, 3 doubts came. Immediately shut it. No. Understand?
So
first close the door. Then we'll deal with 3 problems. If you deal with 3 problems, more doubts will come inside. First close the door, then deal with the problem. Clear? Remember to shut the door. That is why I said, very important. Shut the moment you feel the door is open, shut it. Okay? So go back to memory. Your memory should tell, focus on the sides. Good. True, the brain cannot handle multiple tasks simultaneously and efficiently. Yes, Murli sir is fantastically, he is in super form to summarize everything for us. Thank you, sir. Guys, so that's it for the day. I think I've exceeded by, anyway, last doubt anybody has, or shall we close it? Everybody is tired, Sunday evening. Let's go and enjoy. Because I have Monday holiday, not tomorrow. I can enjoy. you people have to go to school, college, offices. I can enjoy my Monday. It's a holiday for me. Okay. Thank you so much. And any doubts, please get back.
Thank you, sir.
Definitely help you. See you. Thank you so much. Take care.
Yes, sir.
All the best. And within this year, I hope to see these many medalists.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Bye,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello. Thank you so much, sir. So I'll text you on Instagram. Please connect me to Pranav.
Yes,
Thank
please.
you, sir. Bye, sir.
We'll do that.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Take